What's going on, guys? So today we're going to be going over the blueprints that are in Five Nights at Freddy's Sister location. Now there's 4 blueprints in total, at least that's from what I found. If you guys have any more, of course, tell me in the comments section down below, but from my understanding, this is all of the blueprints at the moment, or in total in the entire game. But basically, there's 4 of them. There's Baby, Funtime Foxy, Funtime Freddy, and Ballora. Now, there's one of these that interests me a lot, and actually another one too that I'm going to go over throughout the video. But let's just kind of go over all of them, and, you know, I'll say my thoughts as we go along. So, first one we have here is Circus Baby in the title. Its height is 7.2 feet tall, and its weight is 585 pounds. Now, first of all, this one very much surprised me because this thing is huge. I imagine these animatronics being like, you know, probably like a normal height, like 5. No, I imagine them being like 6 foot tall, but Baby is 7.2 feet tall. That is gigantic. That is really tall. And 585 pounds. Now, the poundage, okay, I understand. You know, she's made of complete metal, and she's 7.2 feet tall. So I understand that. But, yeah, she's really huge. Way bigger than I thought she was. And then it has A, B, C, and D, which are kind of like notes about her. A says an air hose attachment, which we kind of knew about. B is an internal ice cream dispenser, which that goes along with the whole sort of Easter egg. Obviously, if you want to get the key card, you have to give the chick the ice cream. And I guess her way of using it was, in her case, like the Easter egg where, you know, you pull the chick in with the ice cream and then you kill her with it. So she used this as a way of killing children, which is pretty interesting. As C, she has a song data bank. And then D is an emergency stop, which is very interesting because it would have been really nice if we could have found that when we were going up against her to emergency stop her. I'm just saying. But anyways, the next one we have here is Funtime Foxy. Its height is 5'9", and its weight is 290 pounds. Now, this one, honestly, yeah, it's kind of what I expected it to be. I imagine him being, you know, close to 6 feet tall, 290 pounds. You know, he's going to be a little bit thinner than the rest because he is slimmer, or she is slimmer, should I say. I'm so not used to saying that. And then under the A, B, and C, and D knowledge section, A is a light activation sensor. B is a parental voice sync and replay, which that is very interesting. But first of all, let's go to A. A, you know, as you guys saw in the game, you couldn't flash your light because obviously it would attract her. And B is super exciting because it says parental voice sync and replay. So this thing could have been used to lure children. Now it says parental voice sync, so it could actually, you know, copy the parent's voice, sync it, and then replay it to attract children. Now that is freaking terrifying. Could you imagine you're in a dark room and you hear what you think is your mother? Like that reminds you of like some Terminator stuff. Like if you guys ever seen Terminator, where it like pretends to be the chick's mom and gets her to come to the log cabinet and then just tries to kill her. That's what this thing is basically doing. That is so freaking scary and exciting at the same time. But C, it says, is a variable scent release, and D is a remote floor anchor. See Circus Baby Direct 07. Now, the C, which is variable scent release, I'm guessing it says variable scent. The only thing I can think of that comes to mind right now is maybe like a scent, any scent that it wants to like release. I really don't know what that possibly means, but if you guys have any ideas, of course, feel free to tell me in the comment section down below. But it's very interesting to see that this one was used to actually lure children using the parental voice. Now, it doesn't say it would lure them, but I mean, it can kind of be, you know, foretold that this thing was probably, you know, made to lure children into the back room or something like that. Now, the next one we have here is actually pretty exciting, but not as exciting as the final one, which is Funtime Freddy. This one is actually Ballora. Her name is obviously Ballora. Her height is 6.2 feet, and her weight is 347 pounds. Now, this one really surprised me because, first of all, she's 6'2", which isn't as tall as I thought she would be. Her weight is 347 pounds. Now, if you compare her side by side to Funtime Foxy and then her, she looks way thinner. Now, I don't know where she's packing all this extra weight, but apparently she's 347 pounds. Obviously, she's made of metal, so it does kind of make sense, but still, it's kind of confusing, the whole fact that she's 347 pounds, but then Funtime Foxy is only like 200 and something, so it's a big weight difference there, but still, under her A, B, C, and D section, she has A, which is audio activation sensor. She has B, which is deter and misdirect remote activation. See Circus Baby Directory 07, which when I hear deter and misdirect, I don't know what to think of that. Like I hear like she gets rid of something and misdirects it like to go towards another direction, but I'm not sure how she could possibly use that. And then C is balance and stability. Obviously, we kind of expected that. And then D is a collision sensor, and that kind of links in with A, which is obviously the audio activation sensor, which when you went to Ballora's gallery, you guys know she was not too fun, and she had that collision sensor and, of course, the audio activation sensor, which is why we had to be quiet. But anyways, there's really not much to say about her. The most exciting one, though, is definitely Funtime Freddy, and this is where things get very interesting. So, under the name, it says Funtime Freddy. Obviously, its height is 6 feet tall, its weight is 350 pounds, and A, B, and C, and D are as follows. Now, A is proximity sensor / grouping coordination. B is parental tracking / 360 pivot. C is voice mimic / luring, and D is a storage tank. And of course, if you actually zoom in on his stomach, there is what appears to be a child, an actual child, just like curled up in a ball in his stomach, chilling in there, looking just dead. So, first of all, it has a storage tank to store children, obviously, and it has a voice mimic and luring, just like Funtime Foxy. So these were used to lure children in and actually kill them. I mean, this one's kind of obvious for Funtime Freddy. Now, the rest of them, you know, maybe not so much. But Funtime Freddy, you can look in this thing's stomach, and I want to know your guys' opinion. But to me, it definitely looks like a child is like curled up in a ball and dead inside of his stomach. I'm going to have a zoom in on screen right now, so you guys should definitely check it out. But it has a storage tank and a voice mimic / luring. So it actually drew these children in with voice mimicking, you know, the voice of, like, I guess their mom or whatever, and a luring thing to actually lure these children in and then eat them, which just goes to go, you know, it kind of shows like what Baby did too, obviously. The weird thing is for Baby, though, it doesn't say she has voice luring or anything like that. It just says she has an ice cream maker, and as you guys saw, we all know what she does with that ice cream, but she doesn't have any way of luring them. I guess she could use the ice cream and then obviously clamp them down and eat them like we saw in the Easter egg of the game, but still, pretty interesting. I'm excited to know, like, I want to know more about these. I feel like there's probably going to be another game. I want to know in the comment section down below. Do you guys think there's going to be another game? Because me personally, I feel like there's going to be another one because now I want to know. I want to see these things in action. I want to see them lure a child to the back. I want to see them, like, stuff them into their suit or whatever. Like, that just sounds so freaking creepy and incredible. But besides that, that's really it. If you guys have any thoughts or concerns about the video, of course, type in the comment section down below. If you enjoyed it, drop a like on it, and I will see you guys in the next one. Peace.